Thursday morning to you all. I'm John. Welcome back to the Kaiser Report. Thank you for watching this channel. And just a few things this morning that we're going to talk about is the lack of understanding of the job of the legislative branch of our government. Yesterday, I think what took place and has been taking place for several months now inside of Congress, with arguments back and forth between the Democrats and the Republicans, is just a little less than a disgrace what's going on with regard to talking about the Trump trials and everything else. And you have the Democratic side that is making points of guilt that hasn't been proven yet. And, in this country, maybe they need to go back and take a civics and history lesson and realize that in this country, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. It's not the other way around. And it should not have anything to do with your fears of losing your seat in that congressional sitting that you're in right now and lucky enough to have been elected to do the job of the people. One of the jobs is not running down a candidate or calling somebody or accusing somebody of trying to become king. That is just ridiculous. And these people in Congress, including Marjorie Taylor Greene and that idiot AOC, need to stop the arguing back and forth. This is not a forum to show the world that we are that stupid. End of story. It's unbelievable the nonsense that is taking place. And now you listen to AOC that wants to have a congestion tax put on to keep people from going to the Bronx. I guess you could call it a rally. I don't know. Donald Trump is going to the Bronx. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow to have his speech. And she wants to put on a congestion tax to keep people away. What are they so afraid of? Somebody pointing out the poor job that they have accomplished in their terms in this government? If it's true, then it needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. We can no longer put up with what's going on in this country by watching our senators argue among each other and watching a divided Congress that the hate is so palpable, it's ridiculous. This all needs to come to a stop. It's Memorial Day. We should be celebrating the people who gave their lives and fought hard for this country to remain as liberal as it is, as well as a great nation under God. And they forget this when they get inside the club. So we need to shock them back into reality, or put them all back in the 6th grade and let them learn not only geography, but civics and history, and not the fairy tale fractured history that the left has managed to come up with in the last 4 or 5 years. To run down a running candidate inside the halls of Congress is wrong, and it will be viewed wrong by the rest of the world and the rest of this country. And if you're thinking about running for re-election and you have this under your belt, people are going to remember. I know this country has a very short memory when it comes to what went wrong and when it went wrong, but this is fresh in the minds of people right now. And regardless of how this stupid trial in New York comes out, he's still a viable candidate running for office and should not be a point of ridicule for either side of the aisle. And they're both as guilty as sin. We have a uniparty in the first place, and they can't get along. Enough of that. Not a whole lot more going on. Everybody is preparing for a long holiday weekend here. We're going to get out with the camera today and get over to the Memorial Park in Bristol, Virginia, and take some film and look at some of the stones that have been placed there, and look at a Vietnam-era helicopter that's there, and a few things like that, and remember the veterans. This is what this weekend is about. It's not about Donald Trump. It's not about Joe Biden. And it certainly isn't about these lackluster Congress people on the Democratic side that just cannot stand the fact that the numbers aren't going their way. So they turn to calling names and causing a problem during a Senate session and a Congressional session. Over what? Afraid of losing votes. Or the hatred for one person, and that hatred in their hearts is making them sick, both mentally and physically. Look at them. Enough of that. As I said, we're going to get out with the camera this morning, so this will be just a short one today. Excuse me. The pollen is so thick right now outside. It is. It gets to me every day. And when I was out cutting for the last few days, and it really, really got to me. And I'm trying to not take any over-the-counter junk because it's full of stuff that's not good for you either. So I use the Navage and hope for the best. But this is a seasonal thing, and it's going to pass. And things are growing right now because of the rain. We've had some beautiful, beautiful days here to catch up on getting out and seeing nature. And I urge you all to do that if you can daily. If you're stuck in a city like New York, get out to Central Park, sit on a park bench and just watch nature go by. Focus on a squirrel, not some of the nuts that are running around in the city. But enough said with that, and we're going to probably slide out of here right now so I can get out before the rain and get some film in down at the Memorial Park. So God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in this morning to a Kaiser Report, and I wish you all the best and the happiest Thursday ever. And remember, like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.